In the Indian city of Agra, there exists a masterpiece by the architects of the Mughal Empire, which is recognized worldwide as the Taj Mahal. Spanning 42 acres, this mausoleum shines from afar, adorned with beautiful gardens, while above it, clouds of sorrow and sadness still linger. Viewers see this beautiful building, which was built almost 400 years ago, as not only the largest and most magnificent building of its time, but also as the seventh wonder of the world today. 20,000 workers toiled day and night to construct this grand structure, and it took not just 1 or 2 years, but a full 22 years. If we estimate its value in today's terms, this priceless marble mausoleum astonishingly costs over $1 billion, which is more than 7,500 crore rupees. This building showcases many signs of the craftsmanship of Mughal architects, which are still praised by the top engineers in the world today. This building was designed in such a way that when viewed from behind the main gate, it appears quite large. However, as one approaches the main gate, its size seems to diminish automatically. This mind-boggling trick was not the first used by the Mughal architects. The 4 minarets surrounding it are not perfectly vertical. Instead, they are slightly tilted outward, because if they were erected straight, they would appear to lean inward when viewed from a distance. As you can see in those mosques, there was another reason for tilting these minarets outward, which was that in the event of a dangerous earthquake, if these minarets were to fall, they would fall outward and not cause any harm to the Taj Mahal. But what was the real story behind it? The builders could not tolerate even a scratch on it. What were the roots of the Taj Mahal that were attempted to be hidden 400 years ago? How was this magnificent mausoleum and its 40-meter-high dome constructed when concrete or steel did not exist at that time? You will learn all this and more in today's special video, viewers. This matter began in the year 1607, when the Mughal Empire held sway over this region of India and Pakistan. On that day, the youngest son of the Mughal Emperor, Shah Jahan, had turned 15, and a grand party was held at Agra Fort to celebrate his birthday. Khurram was the most beloved of the Mughal emperor, which is why on each of his birthdays, he was weighed against diamonds and gold. In other words, the amount of treasure equivalent to Khurram's weight was allocated in his name. But something even more special was about to happen on this birthday. The Mughal emperor arranged the marriage of Prince Khurram to the daughter of one of his lawyers, who is known as Mumtaz Mahal. From the very first day, Mumtaz and Khurram had fallen deeply in love with each other, and at that time, no one knew that this love would endure forever. For the next 10 years, the prince fought several battles and achieved significant success in them. Because of this, the emperor, pleased with his accomplishments, bestowed upon him the title of Shah Jahan, which means King of the World. Shah Jahan had a total of 6 wives who lived in the harem of Agra Fort. Among these 6, he loved Mumtaz the most, and that is why he spent most of his time with her. Time was passing quickly, and after 4 years, in 1621, the Mughal emperor suddenly passed away. Shah Jahan, who had already become quite famous in the Mughal Empire, and was the favorite son of the emperor, ascended to the throne in 1628, 7 years after his father's death. The entire Mughal Empire seemed extremely happy with its new emperor. This was the period when the Mughal Empire was at its peak, ruling over not only all of India and Pakistan, but also parts of Afghanistan. All decisions were made by Shah Jahan himself, although Mumtaz Mahal would advise him from behind the scenes, but no one knew that this happiness was soon to turn into mourning. It had only been a year since he ascended the throne when the Mughal Empire once again faced enemies. The war continued for the next 2 years, and Shah Jahan achieved great success in this conflict. However, just as Shah Jahan was about to celebrate this victory, he was informed of tragic news. Mumtaz Mahal, who was giving birth to their 14th child, had deteriorated in health, and on June 17, 1631, she sadly passed away. The entire celebration of the Mughal Empire quickly turned into mourning. This news struck Shah Jahan like a fire, seemingly ending his world. Shah Jahan's first love and his most cherished wife, Mumtaz Mahal, had departed from this world. It is said that the shadow of sorrow plunged Shah Jahan into dark despair. For the next 8 days, he ate nothing, and for the following 2 years, he neither listened to music nor applied perfume. Before her death, Mumtaz Mahal had one last wish. She wanted her tomb to be built in the world's most beautiful mausoleum. To fulfill this task and Mumtaz Mahal's last wish, Shah Jahan decided to dedicate all his wealth and his entire life. The construction of the Taj Mahal began 6 months after Mumtaz's passing. In 1632, more than 20,000 stonecutters and craftsmen were gathered from across the Mughal Empire and brought to Agra at Shah Jahan's command. Because Mumtaz's tomb was located next to the Yamuna River, building the world's most beautiful structure in this location was quite a challenging task. The ground by the river is quite soft, and if excavation work was done here, the flow of water could damage the foundation of the Taj Mahal. To address this issue, Mughal engineers first began digging several wells underground. The laborers continued to dig these wells until dry land was visible. These wells were filled with stones and clay, and then large stone columns were erected on top of them. A large army of elephants was also used alongside the laborers to carry out all this work. The Mughal engineer's strategy had worked, and now a strong foundation was prepared that stood like steel on the soft ground. After the foundation, it was time for a building design that had never been seen before, a design that would break all previous records. The idea for the design of the Taj Mahal was taken from the tombs of Shah Jahan's ancestors. The idea for the minarets came from his father's tomb. The building core was inspired by his grandfather's tomb, and the dome was inspired by his uncle's tomb. When all these elements were combined, a magnificent and grand design emerged. Millions, if not billions, of bricks were used on-site to create the building structure. This was not an easy task, and countless amounts of money were being spent with each passing day. The royal treasury was rapidly depleting, but Shah Jahan did not care about anything. He just wanted to complete this work at any cost. It is said that so many people were employed in the construction of the Taj Mahal that food and drink in the surrounding areas came to a halt. To meet the demand of 20,000 laborers and artisans, Shah Jahan had grain brought to Agra from all nearby regions. After years of hard work, the building structure was complete, and it was now time to adorn it with marble. This marble had to be brought from Rajasthan, which is 400 kilometers away from Agra. As Makrana marble is still considered the finest marble in the world, Shah Jahan had reserved all the Makrana marble for the Taj Mahal, meaning that no one was allowed to purchase this marble until the demand for the Taj Mahal was met. Thousands of tons of heavy marble were brought from Rajasthan to Agra with the help of 1,000 elephants. The beautiful dome of the Taj Mahal is so large that its size can only be appreciated by seeing it with the eyes. Nowadays, such domes can be easily constructed on steel structures, but 400 years ago, they only had stones to rely on for building a dome that is 40 meters high. The stress calculations made by Mughal engineers for constructing this dome are still highly praised by today's engineers. For the finishing of the Taj Mahal, it was to be decorated with pietra dura, or inlay work. Pietra dura refers to a technique where precious stones are carved and set into marble. The marble is skillfully and precisely shaped according to the design of the precious stones, and then the stones are adhered using glue. The glue used on the Taj Mahal was not ordinary glue. After extensive research and laboratory tests, it was found that this glue was made by mixing resin, lemon juice, and marble powder. The same type of glue is still used today for the renovation of the Taj Mahal. One of the special features of the Taj Mahal is that it changes colors 4 times a day. Before sunrise, it appears completely black. After sunrise, it gives off light yellow and pink hues. During the afternoon, a new aspect of the Taj Mahal's beauty can be seen, as if a pearl is shining against the blue sky. At sunset, the entire building appears golden in color. After 22 years, the construction of the Taj Mahal was completed in 1654. Shah Jahan had succeeded in creating the most beautiful mausoleum in the world in memory of his wife. He named this magnificent building Taj Mahal in honor of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Every year, Shah Jahan would visit the Taj Mahal via the Yamuna River on the anniversary of Mumtaz's death. This was a special entrance to the Taj Mahal that was created exclusively for the royal family. The walls of this entrance were adorned with beautiful carvings, which were perhaps meant to be seen only by royal eyes. Although Shah Jahan's most expensive project was completed, it brought the Mughal Empire to the brink of destruction. 4 years later, in 1658, Shah Jahan's own son overthrew him and became the emperor of the Mughal Empire. Shah Jahan, who had ruled from the throne for the past 30 years, was imprisoned in Agra Fort. There was only one facility granted to Shah Jahan, which was that he could see the Taj Mahal from the window of the room where he was imprisoned. After 8 years of captivity, Shah Jahan passed away at the age of 74. It was time for him to reunite with Mumtaz, and he was buried in the Taj Mahal. We hope you will also like and share this video. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.